gentlemen, please take your seats. We're ready to get started. Please remember to turn off or silence any electronic devices.
national anthem. This year we want to honor the last year seniors that couldn't have this ceremony. And I had two students that were also for 4 years in my class, Aston and Carolina Acevedo. And they had something prepared as well for the graduation. It didn't happen. So today we want to honor this AUC graduate student. So join them to singing the Greek national anthem.
Now, please welcome the Director of Archimedean Upper Conservatory, Mr. Dimitrios Demopoulos.
My name is Marino Control. Let me say, let's see, I like the breeze. I hope that the breeze will stay with us on a decent level, just to make the event a little bit more pleasant for everybody. My students in the very back, Francis, Frank, can you give me well, guys? Perfect, thank you. I would like to thank, first of all of our guests here to my right, Dr. Papoulis, the President and Chairman of the Board and the leader of the Archimedean Schools, Mr. Frank Venezuela, the Secretary of the Board and for several years from the very beginning, pretty much with the Board of Archimedean, Mr. Christoph Fiatis, another board member. We have also with us a couple of administrators, Mr. Barbochos, the CEO of the school. I believe somewhere down with the audience is also Mr. Theodorakidis. I also want to thank all of our faculty that they are sitting in this unique ceremony tonight, right behind of our graduates. I think all of them deserve a really strong round of applause for everything they've been doing for the students for these past 12 years. Including this last very challenging year, I think they are the school. They are the results. They are the accomplishments. They are what we give to our students day in and day out. I also want to thank our guests and our speakers. Well, one is a guest, Mr. Jorge Suarez. I will introduce him briefly later. One is a guest, also faculty member, Ms. Katie Kathleen Gomez on my left, and we'll hear a little more from them in a bit. Before I move on and I give you my brief comments and reflections, I want to really thank Ms. Rojas somewhere there in the back and the entire crew of the entire crew that has helped setting up this simple but fitting to our group, to our school ceremony. It's a group of parents, predominantly I believe from junior class, and I really want to thank all of them for what they've done today. So, the board members, the administrators, the faculty, the parents, and guests, and their students, my dear students. We're really happy for having this ceremony tonight. Of course, I'm always happy when it comes to our commencement ceremony and the graduation and celebrations. But it does feel different this year. We saw a couple of months ago, we were not sure if a commencement ceremony like this one would even take place. Whether we have to have some kind of a caravan, driving around the country, going from house to house like we did last year, believe in small tokens of celebration and a lot of drinking, and try to celebrate this way our seniors' graduation. It was fun. For what we know last year, it was fun, but it was kind of lonely. So I'm very happy that this year we were able to gather tonight, one more time, all together, and have a simple ceremony to celebrate together, to take photos, and to wish you all the best in your next endeavor. At this time also, I would like, on my behalf, and on behalf of all of you, all of our students, to extend my biggest gratitude to Mrs. Marbusis, who once we got an approval to private graduation, in the same thing you approved a few days ago, she made the time, beyond everything else going on this overwhelming end of the year, to see these events happen. And personally, I want to thank Ms. Marbusis also for all the support she has given me, especially the last couple of months, when a health issue has literally slowed me down. We are optimistic, standing here tonight, we are optimistic that we are over the worst of this pandemic that disrupted our lives about 15 months ago. We are optimistic thanks to scientists like the ones some of you aspire to become.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
And we are
don't worry
optimistic
about
thanks to
it. I
policy
appreciate
makers
it. We're doing
like the
this.
ones some of you are aspiring to become. Thanks to frontline professionals, like some of your parents or your family members, and like all of your faculty sitting here tonight with you. And also thanks to the responsible behavior we have, at least we at Archimedean have learned to expect of each other. I believe that soon, I will be able, one of these days, to go back to a hair salon. The last time that I had hair long like that, the two speakers that they will address you a little bit later tonight, they were sitting in my second grade class. So, things are coming back to normal. I believe that the timing of you starting college, as we emerge from a collective shock as a society, it could not have been better. I believe that the excitement of the academic freedom and the stimulation and the social richness typically found in colleges and universities that you will all be attending soon will be even higher now. I believe opportunities ahead to foster new ideas and to create new collaborations will be more after before. For the past 15 months, some of our individuals always eating at the same time. The amount of service to your parents at home was better than a 5-star hotel. Congratulations to all these parents, and you better think that you're going to miss that once you're out to college and universities very, very soon. Now, as we are all eager to return to normalcy, my strong advice to you is to take the time to reflect on the last 15 months. These 15 months were highly unusual, to say the least. Almost like a worldwide experiment, testing our assumptions and our ways on many things. Some of you were able to do well, very well, despite the challenges. Some of you hurt. For the pandemic, it brought a lot of distraction and even pain, even to our Canadian community. As we are now eyeing a return to normalcy, once again, I urge you to reflect on your experiences from the last 15 months. Think about what went well for you and what didn't. Identify factors in your life that made those last 15 months calmer, safer, better, more productive, more normal. But also identify those factors, maybe some of them with their absence, that make things more challenging for you. more difficult. Reflect on actions that you took and on skills that you developed or skills that you used that really helped you. Evaluate the relationship you have with others. Even if it is just to confirm how important they are in your life. It is not for me to tell you what lessons you should learn from these past 15 months. You must find those yourselves and aim not to go back to normal, but to go back to a better new normal. I can share with you some of the things I realized. For example, I can just tell you, reflecting especially on last year, that I've learned that although it's a lot of fun, opening my online statistics sessions with comics and cartoons didn't do much, didn't have much of a positive impact on your performance in the AP exam. I can also tell you that the people that are comedian, including everybody here tonight, are genuinely kind in trying to understand someone like me, speaking with my Greek accent, behind double masks, and often behind the camera and the mic and all that. And I thank you for that. Now, on a more serious note, one thing that the last 15 months proved to me is that the impact that the school environment has on learning. At AUC, we have a carefully structured program with top quality educators. When our students were physically removed from our classrooms, many of them, many of you, for the entire period of the last 15 months, we saw that the learning gaps that we were in the past very proudly at Archimedes have been able to bridge. We saw those gaps driven by socioeconomic factors, driven by past experiences and expectations, social and emotional well-being. We saw those gaps open up again. Reflecting on the last 15 months, I can see even more clear than before, and I hope you all agree with me, the importance of quality in-person learning. At the same time, I learned that there is an untapped potential in technology and media that can enhance our in-person classes and further advance learning. On a more personal note, because I want you to reflect on all aspects, not just your academic experiences, but the rest of it as well. On a more personal note, I also learned that having my family 6,000 miles away and not knowing that I would be able to travel to see them if needed, something unthinkable in the past until this pandemic, was very unsettling, a scary feeling. As I said, it is not for me to tell you what to learn from the experience of the last 15 months. But I believe it is my responsibility, as one last Archimedean lesson, to advise you to reflect on these unique situations you and everyone else found yourselves in for more than a year now. As the proverb says, "No sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo." And I think we all should have gotten a bit older and a bit wiser the last 15 months. Thank you, and congratulations to all of the seniors.
Now please welcome your 2021 Salutatorian, Liam Antonio Moore.
Hello, everyone. Well, good evening, everyone. Tonight we have gathered here to celebrate not only the academic successes of all the Archimedes students, but the growth each student has seen throughout the past 4 years we've been in high school, and not just physical growth. Although 5'4" freshman me is very much happy to finally be able to reach the top shelf. Very happy. When I first came to Archimedean, I was a scared 13-year-old with no friends coming out of an eating disorder. I was terrified about not fitting in and being able to make friends, but the Archimedean community embraced me. From the swim team, where I made my first friends, got tan, and lost with grace and dignity, to Mr. Leon's class, where I was with sophomores who, despite my age and inherent annoyingness, embraced me and would always make me laugh. And from where it felt like after what felt like an eternity, it was sophomore year, and we were walking into the bipolar room of 213, anxiously waiting to find out not only whether we would be boiling alive or freezing to death, but what our fate would be in chemistry. These are some of my best memories of high school. Making friends with people I had not had the opportunity to meet through the pain that was AP chemistry as a group was definitely much better than crying alone, which I did do a lot of. Soon enough, we were sitting in the Saturday review sessions for biology, waiting in angst for Missy Barr to call us back to the classroom from our break. I still remember how I was comforted by all of my friends during review after a bad haircut. It was really bad. Really, really bad. Then, in a blink of an eye, our world flipped upside down. COVID hit. We were confined to our homes trying to make the best out of a horrible situation. My heart goes out to all of those who lost their loved ones to this horrible disease. May they rest in peace. The pandemic's effect on our schooling was immense, and while the one extra week of spring break was very much appreciated, the switch to remote learning was not. I later realized you never know what you have until it's gone. I never truly appreciated the ability to see my friends every day. The ability to turn on assignments by hand, and truly just underappreciated AUC. It was a rocky end to the junior year as the social isolation proved to be a major hindrance to academic success. Not to mention how crazy AP exams were. A 45-minute test determining college credit? Not exactly a resounding yes. But we got through it. And then we were seniors. Going through the year was a wild ride. From not having an English teacher for the first month to having the best English teacher I've ever had, Miss Coughlin. To trying to plan a COVID-safe prom and making friends who I never thought I'd make. It has been a wild ride, and in the blink of an eye, we're here, graduating. I hope that the AUC class of 2021 takes on the world, and as we all go our separate ways, we'll remember the good memories that we have of high school and the lessons that we've learned along the way. Now, it's time for the thing that nobody asked for, and plain nobody wants to hear, but is found in literally every graduation speech, the obligatory and all-important thank yous. I would first like to thank my parents for raising me, giving me a place to stay, and supporting all of my endeavors, and supporting me in my identity. I would not be able to do any of what I have done without you. I'd like to thank my childhood friends. I know they aren't here today and will likely never see this, but y'all had a big impact on my life, larger than you will ever know. And I would not be the person I am today without you all. I would like to thank my middle school for always pushing me and allowing me to push myself past my limits and preparing me for high school, especially Miss Lisa De La Vega, who I know she's not here, but she was probably one of the main reasons I'm here today, in more ways than one. Now, on to the people who have helped me along at Archimedean along the way. The person who introduced me, Miss Marino, she started it all. She was my first AP teacher and taught me all the effort required to succeed in an AP class. AP World was very fun. You instilled in me a love of humanities that has endured to this day. And I'm not sorry, for the barrage of questions I asked every day. And I'm sure she can attest to the fact that it was a lot. Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Leon. I was the only freshman in your class, and it was certainly an experience, but you always made me feel welcomed and ensured I was treated fairly, while still having many laughs along the way. I still have that ugly pink afro from our Secret Santa. Thank you to Kia Basketidu for introducing me to the world of Greek and making me fall in love with languages and helping me to pass A1. And I'm really sorry for not bringing my ingredient on the last day of class to make that meal. It was very interesting to go through that. Thank you to Ms. Torres for continued kindness that has made a real impact on me. You inspire me every day to be kind to everyone. And who could forget about Classcraft? Maybe we can do one final event right now. Thank you to Mr. Demopolis for chaperoning the math conference and continuing to take me to MathCon even after you threatened not to after the first year. I guess laughing at pizza being dropped on the ground was not exactly the best way to make a good impression. But anyway, I went again, so it all worked out. And the Chicago Deep Dish Pizza was to die for. Thank you to Kia Galuka for her amazing teaching and extra effort, while I hated the vocab quizzes in the moment. Like, I really hated them. But it really helped me all the time, and all the time that you spent giving me extra lessons during lunch made all the difference, and I'm so happy to have been your student. You were the reason I was able to pass my Alumni B1 Greek exam. Thank you, Ms. Morgante, for your diligence that you put into your classes and the help that you gave me during applying the summer programs and dual enrollment, even though I'm sure you'd rather forget about my whole dual enrollment debacle. Thank you to Mr. Timpides for being my first exposure to Greek mathematics. I doubt Guido Arthopoulos could have handled me for 3 years. It was always a good laugh in your class, and while I hate geometry, like truly despise it, you made trigonometry tolerable, and I came to look forward to your class always. And though she'll probably deny it, I'm sure she knows who she is. I want to thank a teacher that had one of the biggest impacts on my high school experience, Dr. Kalai, who was not only an instructor me, but also my science Olympiad coach. She always pushed me further, whether it was her AP chemistry class or in competition. She taught me the value of independent studying and how to apply concepts in an interdisciplinary way. AUC Science Olympiad trips are one of my happiest memories of high school, and he always worked hard to ensure that they were as amazing, fun, and productive as possible. It was also nice to tour my future college campus, shout out to UPenn, with you and all of my friends. Now, a thank you to another teacher who had a large influence throughout my high school days, and also a lot of Saturdays. Miss Bar and I had our disagreements, but in spite of this, she would still let me blabber on about random topics that were maybe tangentially related to the task at hand, and was always fair to me. We also had our share of laughs, and she was the crazy COVID-centric admission cycle. Thank you, Mr. Darvudis, for being our Greek dancing tutor and preparing my class for our performance at Pentathlon. It was one of the most fun things I've ever done in high school, although I do question if I'm still concussed from that role. Thank you to Mr. Yaman for not only inviting me to compete as one of the History Bowl team members and associated competitions, but for writing my recommendation letter, but for also furthering my interest in U.S. government. It was so interesting to see the ways in which the U.S. government works, and it really caused me to develop a fascination with it all, which has also led to an archive of 127 gerrymandered maps on my computer that I will show anyone who asks me to see them. This is an offer. A ginormous smothering thank you to Guido Arthopoulos, who has had to put up with me for the past 2 years. If you're all tired of hearing my voice right now, imagine how bad it was for him these past 2 years. Guido, while my time in your class was definitely tumultuous, it was always fun for me. From the TikToks I filmed during virtual history class, which I am eliminating now because my grades are done, to the memes sent at the start of AP Stats every day by one of the rope ones. My time with you was a lot of fun, and I will always look back happily on your class. And who could forget about Dr. Papoulis? His energy when it came to mathematics was contagious. His passion towards the subjects he taught us made me genuinely excited to learn. I don't know a man who could ever be as passionate about cycloids as Dr. Papoulis. Thank you to Mr. Trainer, who was always ready to teach and help with anything needed in economics. Thank you to Coach Monkeys for his continued commitment to the athletics department that allowed for us to have consistent transportation for swimming, and allowed for all the amazing memories I have with the little bus. That bus has been through some stuff. Although I could have done without the laps in PE, I am not built for that. Thank you to Mr. Galanopoulos for always being enthusiastic about his subject, even when we were all tired. And I think that was pretty often. And for the last teacher, thank you. We have Miss Coughlin. While she just started working at AUC this year, she's had a tremendous influence on my life over the past year. And I see her crying right now, but sorry. She had a tremendous influence on my life over the past year. She always made herself available to us, was always down for a conversation. I've always spent so many lunches in her classroom. And always puts 100% of her effort into everything she did, especially prom, which while she denies it, would not have happened without her. And her ability to plot free stuff. Like, I don't know what this woman managed to do, but she got so much free stuff, so much. And the 30 thank you letters that she had to write definitely shows it. I'd also like to give a shout out to the administrative staff who have put up to my constant chronic procrastination. I say this as I write this speech 7 hours before graduation that I am not cleared for. I literally got cleared for this graduation at like 1 p.m. today, which was definitely cutting it close. And yet still managed to pull everything off for me, so that I'm now polished round. Before I give my final and most important thank you, I feel it's super important to give a special thank you to Wattpad, AO3, Episode, and TikTok for being some of the only things that kept me sane throughout this crazy journey of high school. And for my last thank you, I would like to thank each and every one of you, of the 55 students graduating today, You were all the people who made this experience amazing. From the inside jokes, to the trips, to the friendships, to the milk incident, and Olga's swamp. I don't know if I'm gonna get smashed for doing that, but sorry, I don't think I can say. I still remember the love I experienced upon coming out in the AP Bio group chat, even if the closet was made of glass prior to that. I don't even have words to express how grateful I am to have spent these 4 years with you. And as my favorite Swedish phrase goes, Mo gladjen lisa er, which translates to may joy shine on you all. And I know it will. I know that each and every one of y'all will go on to lead successful lives, and I cannot wait to see the great things every one of us will accomplish. Before I finish my speech, and you will never have to hear me again, I know a lot of you are very much looking forward to that. I heard the things about my annoying voice. It is my esteemed honor to present you all with the other half of the Botany Baddies, my best friend, and our AUC class of 2021 Valedictorian, Juliana Cabrera.
Alright, hello. Okay, sorry. I'm already emotional because of Leo. Good evening, Archimedean Board, teachers, students, family, and friends. Buenas tardes, padres y otros miembros de familias. First off, let's congratulate everyone here today. Congratulations, guys. We made it. I know you'll get tired of hearing that, but many of us and some of you guys here today didn't think you'd make it this far. And some of you never thought you'd be going to college in the fall. So let's be honest here. I'm tired. You guys are tired. Who among us isn't tired? From online learning to college applications to hunting down the perfect graduation outfit for today, it's been a long, arduous year. As much as I'd love to keep this short and sweet for my fellow classmates, some who asked me to please make this speech bearable enough for our senioritis consumed brains, it's not easy to capture the class of 2021 in a few minutes. I remember walking down the dirt roads in Nicaragua as clearly as I remember walking down the hallways to my first classroom where I learned English here in Miami. I remember walking down the hallways of the castle as I entered Archimedean, and despite all that walking, I never thought I'd walk here up today and get to be here speaking as your class valedictorian. We are all here today making teachers proud, making parents and other family members proud, and most importantly, making ourselves proud. We went through a whole pandemic and still managed to make it to graduation. Archimedean students are without a doubt the most interesting group of people I've ever met, containing history geniuses, chess enthusiasts, skilled basketball players, artists, singers, actors, the list goes on. No matter where they come from or what they're interested in, each archery student is filled with 100% talent. Each one smart and intelligent in their own way. Every year I was amazed by the new things I learned from and about one of us. I know it seems like I might have been buried in books and my own academic endeavors for the past 4 years, but trust me, I saw every single one of you guys and everything you did. Yes, despite the AP chemistry divide that probably caused our class to split up ever since freshman year. Perhaps remembering our teachers will bring back memories that we can all relate to or at least look back at. I remember the feeling of gratification every time I saw my D turn to a B in PE after Coach Mackey's put in the workouts on Monday morning. Ms. Coughlin's opening activities will never be forgotten. Ole's Google Slides, Bukaname Yatokire Goodies will be forever on my Google Drive. Mr. Trainer's PPC curve, Mr. Artopoulos' cats on his desk, Dr. Kafoulis' Grand Prix theorem, if we all even remember what it is anymore, Mr. Yamron's historical songs, Ms. Galuca's ever so long vocabulary list, Ms. Dasteridu's very intense yet very important dialogues, Ms. Torres, I think Classcraft will always hold a special place in our heart. Ms. Moreno, I don't think I'll ever forget your stories and how Genghis Khan's DNA is present in too many people today. Dr. Galanopoulos brought back the kinematics we had once learned from Mr. Espina. Ms. Morgante's logic tables, Miss Ibarra's guided readings. Ms. Caban, I always appreciated the random times I learned how me breathing is harming the environment. Mr. Timbilis, thank you for introducing a new perspective in math and having a memorable laugh. Mr. Leon, thank you for your math and non-math related theories. Thank you, Dr. Kalai, for your endless advice and the countless Science Olympiad memories I'll have because of you. And Miss Ariel, thank you for always saying hello with a smile to each one of us, despite teaching us when we were just squeaky clean freshmen. And during the challenge-filled, stress-inducing, back-breaking journey of Archimedean was not easy. When I look back on the past 4 years, I try not to think of the endless nights where I was crying, or the stressful days where I probably showed a lot of attitude to my friends, but rather I want us to remember the friendships we cultivated, the mentors we gained along the way, and the countless memes created in group chats. Despite how little or how much we all know each other, I hope we all remember the good times we had together during our senior year. How we coordinated to push back deadlines, whined about all the work we had, planned to skip day despite not seeing each other for months or working together ever before, and bonded as an entire class this year much more than the other years. I have really appreciated these past few days and these last few days as a senior in Archimedean, noticing how the majority of our class doesn't know how to drive for some reason, observing totally acceptable, friendly card games, and blowing bubbles in Miss Coughlin's classroom. With all of us beginning a new chapter in our lives, I'm here to remind you to learn. The past few years have been so riddled with stress about grades, scores, and other seemingly quantifiable forms of measurement of our intelligence and worth that we might have forgotten what it really means to learn. I don't mean memorizing biology slides or putting Khan Academy videos at double speed, but I mean truly learn. We are just starting to discover who we are, what the world is, and opportunities abound from here on out. Take exciting classes in college, learn from mistakes instead of having regrets, and learn to build relationships, as we will all meet new people, make new friends, and struggle and succeed in new ways. As Henry David Thoreau once said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. Take it from me, standing up here today, learn to not be afraid of failing, and learn to be confident about following your passions, whatever it might be. Thank you, teachers, for always being so patient with us and accepting our late assignments. Thank you, Miss Olga, Miss Ibarra, and Miss Morgante, for chasing us down to make sure we could all be here today. Thank you, Mr. Demopoulos, for all the pats on the back you gave us. Thank you, Miss Anita, for always having everything in order and keeping the school together somehow. Thank you, cleaning ladies, for always keeping the school clean. Thank you, Miss Mila, and the other lunch ladies who might not be here today, but always fed us and reminded us to get milk, if not, we couldn't scan our IDs. And thank you, security guards, for keeping us safe. Thank you, parents, for supporting your children and standing by them. Graduates, thank your friends, family, and any other person in your life that has been there for you, that has been there despite the attitudes and mistakes. Gracias, padres, abuelos, abuelas, hermanos, y cualquier otro familiar que esté aquí hoy, por apoyar a su graduado. Deberían estar muy orgullosos y espero que nunca me olviden este maravilloso momento. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always believing in me. Especially when I didn't believe in myself. am the daughter of immigrants and be proud of my Hispanic roots. Thank you for always giving me the confidence and molding me to be the independent young woman I am today. I will miss the smell of carne asada and the Greek music that you always played in the car when I went home once I leave to MIT. Thank you, fellow graduates, for being yourselves, making me laugh and think, and for contributing to who I am today. We are saying goodbye to what has been for some of us our entire lives, but for us all, a unique, unforgettable experience. Class of 2021, remember the good times high school has brought. And I wish you the very best with my entire heart, as I have all the confidence in the world that we will all embark on truly exciting and incredible journeys after today. Thank you.
So great to hear from all of you, from Liam, from Juliana, and anybody else. It's a family here. That has always been a characteristic of our school, by design, by size. And when I was thinking, as I said a couple of months ago, when it started looking more promising to have our graduation this year in person, and I was thinking, who may be a good idea to talk to our students during these times that they are very unusual, very different. Maybe someone that can connect to you, to all of you, in a different way that an older person like me would connect you. So I invited here to speak to you tonight, to great individuals, to amazing people. That they are much, much closer to you age-wise and in their experiences, and I hope they can relate a lot to what you're about to begin. Let me go back very quickly, about 14 years ago. So I'm somewhere in the castle, second floor, on this side, and I'm teaching second grade. And I have a really great group of students there. I mean, it's a comedian at the end of the day. They're always great. Among them, there are two students that they are very similar, and they happen to be actually close friends. They're both quite reserved, although one jokes a little bit more than the other. Very smart, very, very smart, very observant, and with a good sense of humor. Fast forward 10 years later than that, these students were sitting where you were sitting, well, literally, because COVID hadn't hit, and we were indoors at that time, the same night pretty much, or a night earlier than your middle school graduation, we had our 2017 high school graduation, and they were there with us. 4 years later, they were already done with their first degrees, they're moving ahead with their professional plans, and I think you will love to hear from both of them here. They're here tonight with us. On my left, Ms. Kathleen Gomez, who really, to my relief, she did not follow my guidance to study something in the area of mathematics, and she followed her passion with in English and literature. And she's now the younger member of our English department, the first AUC graduate to hold a full-time position with AUC, a very promising, very patient educator, and an amazing baker. Did I forget something, Katie? And then on my right, there is Mr. Jorge Suarez, recent graduate from Boston University. Came down to Miami for a couple of months to soak up some of the sun before he moves back to Boston to start his professional career. Recent graduate from Boston University, business, right, Jorge? No. This is an inside joke constantly going on between me and Jorge with a degree in mechanical engineering, a very particular dream that he's methodically working towards to soon, I say sooner than later, find him in NASA, and who had the audacity, maturity, I think, and a good judgment to turn down a great offer with Microsoft at Seattle for a different kind of offer with another top company in Boston. So Katie and Jorge, Kathleen Gomez, and Jorge Suarez will address you tonight. Welcome them with a round of applause.
Hello, everybody. We weren't planning on a handheld microphone, so please bear with us. Okay. Dr. Kapoulis, members of the board, Mr. Demopoulos, Ms. Silva, distinguished faculty, beloved family, and Archimedean Upper Conservatory class of 2021, buenas tardes, good evening, kalispera. If it's not kalispera, forgive me, I haven't spoken Greek in 4 years.
Hi. Before anything else, we'd both like to congratulate you all on this amazing achievement. You graduated from Archimedean.
So, now you might all be wondering, who are these people? You might know Katie, but allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jorge Suarez, and I'm a part of the graduating class of 2017 of Archimedean Upper Conservatory, and the 2021 graduate of Boston University's College of Engineering with a degree in mechanical engineering with an aerospace concentration. Joining me today is Ms. Kathleen Gomez, also part of the graduating class of 2017 of Archimedean Upper Conservatory, and the 2020 graduate of FIU's Honors College with a bachelor's degree in English literature.
Now, George and I have known each other since kindergarten because, like many of you, we're Archie ride or die. And I think I speak for both of us when I say that we're very honored to be here tonight. As Archie alumni and recent college graduates, we wanted to offer what little advice we have as you enter upon this next phase of your life.
You guys did it! Congratulations! That's right, give yourself a round of applause. I don't need to tell you that you guys made it through one of the most challenging years in recorded history, but now you're entering upon what will perhaps be some of the best years of your life.
The first 4 years that are all up to you.
We both graduated from AUC with two very different plans ahead of us. Mine was a little more planned.
Mine a little less so.
I knew I wanted to be some sort of engineer and one day find myself working at NASA.
And all I knew was that English was my favorite subject. I just didn't know where it would take me.
But we both began walking towards our future, walking with purpose, whether we knew that purpose or not. Regardless of what decisions you made, going away to school,
Or staying in Miami.
studying with a dream job in mind,
Or having no earthly idea what to do with a degree.
you will face challenges. That's a given. The important thing is the attitude with which you face these adversities.
Throughout my time at FIU, I took a very laissez-faire approach.
And throughout my time at BU, my path had inflection points, let's call them. Maximum and minimum, if you will.
I took classes that interested me and classes that sparked new ideas, but I couldn't quite place how they would help me choose my career path.
I took the classes set by my rigid course structure. They were interesting, but my path was pretty set. I pushed myself hard to understand every course, but became increasingly frustrated when I began to encounter more and more challenges. Physics 1 or Calc 2, trust me, they get a lot harder.
Now, my grandma has always given me the same advice when I would start to worry. Did you try your very best, Kathleen? Yes. Well, then as long as that's the case, whatever will be, will be.
After a couple of semesters, I got tired of being frustrated and almost threw in the towel. But my parents told me, "You can't give up. You've worked too hard and have gotten this far. Maybe try a different approach." So instead, I began to focus on doing my best and viewing every challenge as an opportunity. Every challenge I faced brought a new lesson to my life, whether it was learning to not take life so seriously, or you'll never get out of it alive, or finding out that I'm passionate about working with people.
And so with every class I took, every essay I wrote, every project I turned in, I did my best and took on the challenges as they came. Not so much concerned for the future, but tackling my more immediate goals in the present. Even though I didn't have my life mapped out with some grand plan, I ended up where I was meant to be at this moment in time.
Changing my perspective from one of constant struggle to a perspective of perseverance allowed me to truly live and enjoy every moment.
And by remembering that life will completely take the reins from us, and all we can do is react from there, I treated each day as a new adventure.
I made friends from all around the world and studied abroad in Spain for 4 months and enjoyed every second of it. Please, study abroad if you can. I worked at the IT office for the College of Engineering for 4 years, and now I have a job with a large software and tech company in Boston. I was a student advisor and eventually became the leader of the student advisor. I did research and found out I didn't really enjoy it. I began to fully spread my wings the moment I understood that you need balance to survive.
I started finding joy in the simple things and began saying yes to more opportunities. Through it all, I graduated summa cum laude and ended up right back here, teaching you guys SAT prep. I truly believe that you're all very capable people, and plan or not, you will end up where you're meant to be, as long as you always give it your all.
Yes, persevere. Yes, work hard. But do not beat yourself up along the way. Trust me, it brings nothing good.
So, even if you're like me and you never want to open another science textbook, we still have to remember the lessons we learned about chemical equations from Dr. Kalai. It's all about balance.
You may be asking yourself at this point, okay, so what's the point of you telling us that you both took such different approaches? Well, the point is that there's no set path to these next 3 or 4 years that you're about to embark on. There is no set of decisions that will get you there faster or easier. How you want these next 4 years to go is all up to you. As a student advisor, I would always tell my students that a piece of advice that I wish I'd received was that your university experience is what you make of it. Once you internalize that one phrase, your whole perspective changes.
And remember, your life doesn't begin and end in the next 4 years. College is not the end-all be-all. Have fun, learn as much as humanly possible, but after that, you have an entire life ahead of you to make of what you will.
Before we leave you, I want to mention one last thing. Your learning will never end. Sorry to break it to you. You are now finishing 12 plus years of sitting in a classroom and learning day in and day out. Now, you will be attending a higher education institution for 4 years. If you want a master's, add 2. If you want to study medicine, slap 6 to 10 years to those 4. If you want a PhD, slap a question mark. It varies between careers. And if you don't want to continue studying and want a job, then slap an infinity, because a job is just a university with pay.
So, AUC grads, I want to ask you this question. Did you do your best? Well, if so, then whatever will be, will be. Just enjoy every step of the journey. Always give it your all, and remember that you'll always have a home here at Archie. We have every confidence that you will do amazing things. Thank you for having us, and congratulations, Archimedean class of 2021.
And now I would like to ask Mr. George Markoulis, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Florida International University, and co-founder, president, and chairman of the board of Archimedean Schools, to come to the podium.
Board members, Mr. Dimopoulos, Ms. Olga Bardutzos, teachers, parents, it is with you, my students, all students. I hope you forgive me for calling all of you my students. So I guess it is the the professor's attitude, it is with great pleasure and pride that I address your Archimedean graduation briefly. Among the myriad of obligatory inspirational words to graduates, to me, a few stand out. Be honest, be daring, be kind, and be authentic. Your family, your society, your planet, and yourselves deserve your honesty and your ethos. Dare to dream and fight with a challenge. Be kind to your fellow humans and to your environment. Each of us here influenced in various degrees your education in this extraordinary young and wholesome education institution, the Archimedean. Science Olympiad adventures and infinitesimal calculus of one and several variables were always an excuse or a modest example of teaching the art of thinking. We value your success and your hard effort to evaluate yourselves through the university acceptance process. Some of you work harder than others. It is a demonstration of honesty to acknowledge this fact. However, whatever education institution is your destination, we will have a fond memory of your passage through this school system. We are looking forward to hearing about your successes and your accomplishments. For all of you, this August is a new beginning. But just remember that not everybody will be on the same starting line. You are more than well prepared to be ahead of your new frosh cohort as long as you are proactive with your undergraduate research applications, your meaningful internships, and summer projects. The sky is the limit for all of you. Just dream of greatness and excellence. I am grateful to your parents, your Archimedean educators and mentors, and your instructional leaders for supporting you all these years. Thank you very much.
Now please welcome Miss Lisa Ibarra Rivera, college counselor and biology teacher, to the podium for the presentation of the candidates.
All right, now for the big moment we've been waiting for. Dr. Kapoulis, members of the board, distinguished guests, faculty, students, and family, I present the 2021 candidates for graduation from the Archimedean Upper Conservatory. Are we ready?
Excuse the intervention here. Just a little bit of housekeeping for our students. I know we haven't had a chance to really plan this out with everything that's been going on, but you will be coming alphabetically. You'll be coming up there, going here. We'll be standing here. The student will stand on the red line. The student will stand over here with the pictures, okay? And then Ms. Studimopoulos will hold the diploma, and you will receive this. Unfortunately, we are a little behind. Our diplomas didn't arrive this morning the way they're supposed to. They're arriving tomorrow morning. Yay! But they are coming. So you'll be getting them on Thursday anyway when you return your cap and gowns. That's usually how we do it, okay? So we're going to do that today. You're always ahead of the game around here.
All right, are we ready? Yes, are you ready to cheer each other on? Normally we would be in a room with 800 people, but today it's a little bit more intimate. But I know we can make the kind of noise that 1,000 other people can, so let's do it. First, to graduate, Carlos Manuel Hernández.
Admitted into the University of Pittsburgh, FAU, Houston Community College, Monroe College, William Penn University, William of Texas at San Antonio.
Carlos will be attending Miami-Dade College and plans to study exercise science. Adela Alejandra Altimari.
Admitted by Florida International University.
This future Panther will be studying logistics and supply chain management. Ellis Kaitan Anaya.
Admitted into Cornell University, University of Florida, and Florida State University.
Ellis will be leaving us for Cornell University. He will be studying chemical engineering. Victoria Isabel Baez.
Admitted into George Mason University, Oglethorpe University, FIU, Flagler College, George Washington University, and University of North Florida.
Victoria is still deciding if she's going to be a Panther at FIU or if she's headed up to Georgia to Oglethorpe University, but she will be studying sociology. Desire Azalea Alvarado.
Admitted into University of Pittsburgh, FIU, University of Massachusetts at Boston, FAU, Baylor University, Loyola University at Maryland.
Desire will be studying at the University of Pittsburgh, where she's got the Dean's Award and studying nursing. Alejandro Marabi.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Alejandro plans to study computer engineering. Daniel Barabi.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Daniel's thinking about law school in his future, so watch out. Alexia Angelina Becerra.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Alexia will be studying accounting and English. Critica as Paraguay.
Admitted into Cornell University.
Cristina will be studying government and economics. Logan Thomas Borghi.
Admitted into University of Connecticut and Syracuse University.
Logan will be studying at the University of Connecticut, where he was studying mathematics. Pure mathematics. Juliana Paola Cabrera.
Admitted into Princeton University, Harvard University, Yale University, Stanford University, Johns Hopkins University, Caltech, Washington University at St. Louis, Harvard Mudd College, Georgia Institute of Technology, University of Florida, University of Texas, Austin, and FSU.
Juliana will be attending Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and by the way, she's also a Jack Kent Cook Scholar. She also won the Burger King Scholarship. She's a Hispanic Scholar, National Merit Scholar, the list goes on. Congratulations, Juliana. She'll be studying environmental engineering and computer science with public policy. Allison Ann Chang.
Admitted into Vermont University, Boston University, University of Miami, Drexel University, University of San Francisco, Pace University, FIU, and University of Denver.
A future Gator, Allison is studying at the University of Florida Business Administration and General Studies. Ashley Auxiliadora Chavarria.
Admitted into Wake Forest University, Boston University, Lake Hyde University, Pepperdine University, FSU, and FIU.
Ashley will be studying accounting and finance at the University of Miami. Jose Ernesto Correa.
Admitted into Florida International University.
A future biologist. He's not ready to go. Angie Esther Cortez.
Admitted into Montpelier College, Penn State University, New College of Florida, and FIU.
Angie will be studying though at the University of Miami, psychology. Kendrick Valdez Cua.
Admitted into Pomona College and the Posse Scholarship.
Kendrick plans to study biology. As a Posse Scholar, Kendrick, you're putting a word in for the next group following you, so we expect big things.
I have a deadline actually to turn that in.
He has a deadline. Darian Conrad De Leon.
Admitted into Henry Riddle Aeronautical University and Florida International University.
Darian will be studying at FIU Business Analytics. Patricia Elisa Diaz.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College. I'm sorry. Oops. Washington University at St. Louis. Patricia, I'm sorry.
Patricia will be studying molecular biology. Rohan Dixon.
Admitted into the University of Florida, Florida State University, University of Miami, American University, George Washington University, and Tufts University.
Rohan will be headed up to Tufts where he'll be studying international relations.
We can go to Alejandro.
We are personalizing this for you, Alejandro. Alejandro Javier Figueredo.
Admitted into Carnegie Mellon University and FIU. And California Institute of Technology, Caltech.
He may have a broken leg, but he's unstoppable. He is headed to California Institute of Technology to study physics. Camila Flores.
Admitted into Florida International University.
Camila is going to be designing my retirement home. She's studying architecture and interior design. Evelyn Ferreira.
Admitted into Florida International University.
Evelyn will be studying biomedical engineering. Melanie Garcia.
Admitted into the University of Colorado Boulder and Florida International University.
Melanie will be studying geoscience and atmospheric track. Christian Georges.
Admitted into Florida International University.
A future Panther, Christian will be studying business administration. Alexia Gilda Abigail Gomez Lugo.
Admitted into New College of Florida, Valdosta State University, and Florida International University.
Alexia will be keeping us all healthy, studying dietetics and nutrition. Federico Rafael Gonzalez Zurita.
Admitted into Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
At RPI, Federico will be studying computer science. Sebastián Rafael González Zurita.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Sebastián will be studying physics. Ashley Echavarria.
Admitted into Florida International University.
A future Panther, Ashley is thinking about exploring the health sciences. Sorry, Liam, but I gotta say it all. Liam Antonio Orr.
University, Cornell University, Wesleyan University, Washington University at St. Louis, University of Michigan, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, University of Florida, University of Miami, Arizona State University, and University and Penn State.
Leo will be headed up to Pennsylvania to study at UPenn. He'll be studying in the natural sciences.
UPenn, I'm sorry, University of Pennsylvania is different than Penn State.
Karen Isabel Lauren.
Admitted into Haverford College, California Institute of Technology, Rice University, Harvard Mudd College, Bryn College, Scripps College, Brandeis University, FSU, University of Miami, and University of South Florida, and Florida International University.
Another future Gator in the Gator Nation. Karen will be exploring biology and biotechnology, psychology, behavior analysis, neuroscience, and genetic counseling one day, maybe too. Lauren Manso.
Admitted into Amherst College, Smith College, FSU, and Florida International University, and University of Florida.
Lauren will be headed up to the University of Florida, where she'll be studying environmental science and English literature. Ricardo Muharam.
Admitted into the University of South Florida, Florida International University, University of Tampa, University of West Florida, and University of North Florida, and Florida International University.
Ricky, a future Panther at FIU, will be studying international business. Gabriela Munoz Rojas.
Admitted into Hamilton College under a Percy Scholar.
This future posse scholar will be studying psychology. Moniz Nguyen.
Admitted into Florida State University, University of South Florida, MSU, FAU, Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, and Florida International University.
A future FIU Honors College student with a Golden Blue Scholarship, Moniz will be studying biological sciences. Guadalupe Obey.
Admitted into the University of Wisconsin at Madison, Florida International University, and Florida Atlantic University, and Eckerd College.
So Guadalupe is still exploring. She's going to be headed up to Eckerd College. Maya David Perez.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Maria will be starting to study computer engineering. Melanie Ann Perez.
Admitted into Michigan State University, Arizona State University, University of South Florida, Florida International University, Florida Atlantic University, and University of North Florida, and Florida State University.
A future Seminole at FSU, Melanie will be studying political science and English. Samantha Sofia Pino.
FSU, Loyola University at New Orleans, Adelphi University, Champlain University, and New England College, and Florida International University.
A future Panther should be studying psychology and music. Devin Richard Ponce.
Admitted into Florida International University.
Devin will be studying marketing. Roman Kratzan.
Admitted into the University of Southern California, USC, and University of Florida.
Anyone who knows Rohan knows what he's going to study: computer science as a future Gator. Joan Denise Ramos Bedoya.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Everyone better watch out that they stay on the good side of the law, or Jones coming after them after studying criminal justice. Daniel Ray Moreno.
Admitted into Connecticut College, FSU, Loyola University at New Orleans, Adelphi University, Champlain University, New England College, and Northland College, and Florida International University.
Daniel will be headed to FIU to pursue his passion in environmental engineering. Sarah Ashley Rivera.
Admitted into Florida Atlantic University and University of West Florida.
A soccer player, she worked out those legs. She's headed diagonally all across the state to the University of West Florida to study computer science. Carlos Enrique Rivera Baez.
Admitted into University of California, Davis, and Florida State University.
Carlos will be headed to FSU as a future Knoll and will be studying behavioral neuroscience. Nick Rodriguez.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Nick will be studying at MDC, starting his career in mechanical engineering. Kayla Maria Santayana.
Admitted into Mangrove University and Florida International University.
Kayla will be headed to FIU to study behavioral neuroscience. Carlton Sexton.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Richard will be studying business administration. Rohan Thomas Simon.
Admitted into New York University, Boston University, and Cellar Polytechnic Institute, FSU, Purdue University, and St. Olaf's College, and University of Florida.
Rohan will be pursuing a degree at the University of Florida in computer engineering. Nathan Philip Thomas.
Admitted into Florida State University, Florida International University, and University of Florida.
A future Gator in the making, Nathan is going to be studying business administration. Justin Alejandro Varela.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Though he's still undecided, people better watch out. He's gonna make waves. Alexei Lisandro Piñas.
Admitted into Florida State University, Indiana University, Florida International University, Ellis College, and Bradley University, and the University of South Florida.
Alexei will be headed to the University of South Florida, Tampa, to study business analytics and information systems. Isabella Paola Risoso.
Admitted into Penn State University, University of Pittsburgh, Wingate University, Mary Baldwin University, and Florida International University.
A potential future doctor, she'll be studying biochemistry and finance. Edward Antoine Wallace.
Admitted into the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, McAllister College.
Edward will be heading to McAllister College, where he's got the Catherine Leota Scholarship and studying astrophysics. Now, last but not least, are you sure you're ready to leave us? You're the last one. We can just keep one as a souvenir. No? Okay. Odile Gibran.
Admitted into Miami-Dade College.
Odile will be studying to be a future physical therapist. And now I introduce Mr. DeVaco.
No, never. I think I'm running up, and we're outdoors, and it's June, and we're in Miami, and I have 3-4 layers, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm cooking it.
Thumbs up, then we start playing the song and play it as many times.
As the director of the Archimedean Upper Conservatory, I certify that these seniors in front of us have met all of the requirements set forth by the Miami-Dade County Public Schools and the state of Florida. So, by the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2021 to be graduates of the Archimedean Upper Conservatory. Congratulations! Congratulations, graduates! Congratulations to all of you and your families. Well deserved.
Stop this